Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. Welcome. Get on up in here. If this is your first time tuning in, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you so much. Please follow us on YouTube at Inappropriate Radio TV. All right. No periodic table, no alien talk. However, you already know the creator came through with a message. Now, this download is actually about 2 weeks old, and I actually ended up getting another download off of this download. When I initially got the download, I started writing notes down, and then a whole different download had came based off of this, and we had already recorded that segment, and then the creator reminded me because I actually wanted to talk about something else. That happens a lot of times, but he's like, nope, I have something I need you to say to the people. All right. So guys, God has a bunch of creations, right? He has a bunch of dimensions and a bunch of timelines and a bunch of everything in this very vast universe that we exist in, right? The only place where all of his creations can coexist with one another is in the realms, in the spiritual realms. Okay? In between the 3 and the 7 dimensions, okay? The heavens, the ethers, whatever you want to call it, levels, ethers. Everyone has their own name, okay? But there are spaces where all of his creations exist. And actually, that is where your soul emerges from, and it visits that place frequently, okay? All of his creations visits the spiritual realms frequently. Even the entities and demonic lower level energies that is attacking everyone, remember, they too have access to the spiritual world. So it's important for us to remember that that is a very sacred place, okay? It might be more sacred than Earth. I think I said this before. Earth is like grandma's house, right? Where you just want to have fun, hang out, eat bullshit, sleep when you want to. You go on vacations sometimes. You really don't have a care in the world, but you have to take your ass back home, right? You have a schedule to tend to. And grandma's house is the vacation. Grandma's house is the break that you get, right? So I think that analogy is going to allow people to get a better understanding of this dimension as it pertains to us, okay? Now, to some other, spiritual entities and dimensions, Earth is something totally different for them, right? It may be their dump site where they dump all their garbage. It may be their cemetery. Who knows? You have to ask the creator and find out. I got a few downloads on that, but that's not what this topic is about, so I don't really want to go too far away from the topic. But in reality, when we are prostrating, when we're meditating, when we are exercising, when we're fasting, anything that will allow you to raise your vibration will essentially push you into the highest timeline that the creator has for you, or at least one that's higher than the one that you're currently on. And it will allow you to be closer to the creator and accomplish more of what your soul is supposed to. Because what happens is when we come to this realm, we have a spirit that automatically attaches to us, okay? We very, very rarely, seldomly come here without a spirit latching onto us. Some of us come here with a bunch of spirits. They're not always good, high vibrational spirits. Sometimes they're bad spirits. This is where the warfare comes in at. Whether it's through a curse on your bloodline, whether, you've just been stalked in the realms and these entities were anticipating your arrival. It depends, okay? But when we are in the ethers, it's just our soul. That is us in our raw state, in our most pure state, without the other energies that we've collected and attached ourselves to over time, right? I hope I'm making sense. If I'm not making sense, then this is probably not a message for you, okay? But when we come into this dimension, we are literally picking up energy to decipher between whether it's for us or not, whether it is good for us or bad for us, whether it'll help us grow or help us falter, right? Of course, you could transmute the energy. That's something different, but just keep it at surface level, all right? Ideally, you in this realm, or the physical aspect of you, actually carries a lower vibration than your natural soul, because God gave you your soul. So that's just the creator in you before the world gets involved, before you start learning things, before you get to use your own free will. Okay? When you are in pure spirit, or pure soul form, you are literally at one of the highest vibrations. Okay? It is when you start to learn things where your vibration starts to change, okay? So you really need to understand all of the things that, make you, you. And it'll help you understand your vibration. It'll help you understand where you're supposed to be. It'll help you understand your purpose. If that's what the creator wants for you for this lifetime, for this time. Not everyone is granted the opportunity to learn so much in such a short time frame, okay? But as we get to phase through, I'm not going to say that your spiritual and your soul is more important, but your soul is more important than your body. Again, we've said this before. Your vessel is only for this dimension, for the timeline that you're currently on. You don't even need your body to go back down memory lane, right? Like if you wanted to say, hey, I would like to know what it's like to be me, in the canal, in the birth canal, coming out of the birth canal, in the womb, before I even got to experience any of this hospital, my family as it is, anything in this lifetime. I want to know what it's like being in my mom's womb. You don't need your body for that, right? You only need your physical vessel for the timeline that you're currently in. So it's important for you to realize that your soul is what the creator wants you to be more aware of and more attached to and more cognizant of. We did a segment a while ago where the importance of taking care of your physical vessel was important and it was stressed. But again, it came up. Your physical vessel is only for this plane. You still have an entire essence and being that connects you to so many different things. Okay? Other than your family. It connects you to all of the other different versions of you. It connects you to the creator in a way that you're not really familiar with. This is, of course, unless you've been, practicing astral projection and, you've mastered the ability to conquer certain things, right? It's rather important for you to be mindful of your essence as it pertains to the creator. See, God has his own idea for us, his own everything for us, and then we have our own understanding and ideas for us. And to be in alignment means that everything you want for yourself coincides with what the Creator created you for. That's important to bear in mind, because a lot of people, they think that just doing the right thing is, meaning that they're in alignment, vibrating high. And it's crucial to your growth. It's crucial to receiving your blessings. Sometimes you get your blessings by being in low vibration, right? So this is why obedience is important, because your obedience will always lead you, even when it's low vibrational obedience, even when it's something that is weird and off-putting. Not too long ago, we just did a segment about, being under possession and how these spirits will convince you to do things that goes against who you are altogether. A lot of the times when you are under possession, these demons won't tell you. I mean, they know that God loves you and protects you and God is in control, but they want you to think that they're in control, but they know all good, full and well. Your awareness is the one thing that can break any illusion. So when you get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm fully aware of what's happening, not only does the spell immediately start to get weak, you are becoming closer, right? A more refined version of yourself. And those things are blessings in disguise. Most curses are blessings in disguise. Okay? We very randomly and seldomly get attacked, and it just hurts us all together. Most of the time, when you are attacked in any way, even if it is hurtful and can hurt you and is hurting you in the beginning, whatever it is that you're experiencing during that attack is something that the Creator is working on, something you need to pay attention to. Okay? So just because things look scary doesn't mean like, oh, the witches have power, God let them take over. The only thing that can cause that is the Creator. If the Creator wants to break you down, have you broken down, He will allow it. Okay? No matter what anybody wants to do to you, if the Creator doesn't approve it, it's not going to happen. So when you see people experiencing things that's kind of like unfair, 9 times out of 10, it's some old karmic debt from their own past life or something that was passed down through the lineage. And they're the ones that's being chosen by the Creator to pay the debt off. We talked about this. This is old conversations. But, this is just, for the people who are going to try to contradict the realness and the boldness in the presence of the Creator. We don't always get to understand this as it is. Again, we're just little spectacles in this big old earth. And within that spectacle status, we only have the ability and the capacity to understand the Creator, but so far. He's not going to give us all of that information. Our vessels are not strong enough to carry but so much energy and knowledge and frequency. You have to have a certain genetic makeup to be able to even hold and store spiritual knowledge and wisdom and energy. Okay? So don't let this send you over the edge. Alright? Just make sure you are on point and understand that your soul still needs to be repaired and taken care of the same way that your body does. Alright? It's a give and take. But I'm going to end it here. I do love y'all. I hope all is well. I hope you guys are drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free. Love y'all. Peace.